Hello everyone, this is your host Rocky speaking, and this is episode 4 of Golden Dragon Video Game News. Barry, cue the intro. Today's top story is about some new Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee information that was revealed in a new trailer just today. Also, just to mention, the English and Japanese trailers did have some little differences between them, so I will be including screenshot photos I took from both trailers. So, without further ado, let's go and see what new info was revealed. Okay everyone, the first photo from the trailer should be up on screen right now, which, as you can see, is the female protagonist with her Pikachu. She's standing on a dock somewhere in the Kanto region. I believe it's Vermilion City. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, she is looking up at something in front of her. And then if we go to the next screenshot, we can see the female protagonist is actually looking up at the SS Anne, which has just come into the docks. And then, if we move on to the next screenshot, we see the male protagonist with his eevee standing on probably the same docks and probably again looking up at the SS Anne as it's coming into the docks. Probably maybe a cutscene, or maybe it's just for the trailer. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, if we move on to the next screenshot, we see the female protagonist again, but this time with an eevee, exploring around. I think it's Vermilion City, but I'm not 100% sure. But you can see there's a Squirtle in the background with Officer Jenny. There's also a Goldeen, and there's a man standing outside the Pokemon Center, and it just says "Explore Kanto" in big letters. And then if we move on to the next screenshot, actually this next screenshot confirms to me that this is indeed Vermilion City, as it says travel to Vermilion City. So I am just about able to remember at least one of the town/city locations in the Kanto region. Normally I can't remember what all the towns and cities look like, at least in one region of Pokemon. But anyway, if we move on to the next screenshot, we can see it says board the SS Anne, and then we got a better picture of the SS Anne, which looks fantastic in HD and in this art style. And I know some people aren't a big fan of this art style, but personally I like it. I really like this art style, and I think it fits Pokemon, but I think this art style is just exclusive for the Let's Go games, and when we get our big new mainline series Pokemon game, probably being Gen 8, which is coming out at the end of next year, the graphics and the art style will probably have changed. But anyway, if we move on to the next screenshot, it again says board the SS Anne, but then we got the female protagonist with Pikachu again, searching around the SS Anne kitchen. And then if we move on to the next screenshot, which is actually from the Japanese trailer, we again see the female protagonist looking around the SS Anne, and this is on one of the floors. I'm not sure if it's the first floor, the second floor. Actually, I can't even remember how many floors or decks the SS Anne even had, all the way back in yellow or leaf green. But anyway, if we move on to the next screenshot, we can see one of the protagonists of the game with their eevee standing on top of the what they called railing. Yeah, the railing of the SS Anne, and it's got like the smiley emoji face above it. And then if we move on to the next screenshot, we can see again another one of our protagonists, but this time with Pikachu standing on top of the railings, and also in the background you can see a couple of deck chairs and also tables, and a drink on one of the tables as well. And then if we move on to the next screenshot, we can see the inside of Lieutenant Surge's gym, and also this screenshot is yet again from the Japanese trailer, because for some odd reason they didn't show all the angles of the inside of Lieutenant Surge's gym in the English trailer. But anyway, move on to the next screenshot, we can see in the background Lieutenant Surge himself behind the electric wire fence, or just the electric fence rather, and then of course the trainer searching one of the garbage cans to try and find a switch to turn off the electrocuted barrier that's preventing the trainer from going to battle Lieutenant Surge. And then in the next screenshot, we can see the protagonist talking to Lieutenant Surge himself, and of course the writing's in Japanese, so I can't read it. And then if we move on to the next screenshot, we're back to photos from the English trainer, and it says meeting, or rather meet interesting characters, and then that's like the screen of just going into the battle itself. And then in the next screenshot, we can see battle Lieutenant Surge, and also you can see just to the left, you can see his signature Pokemon's tail, of course, being Raichu. And then if we move on to the next screenshot, I know this was leaked in Korokora yesterday, or possibly the day before, but anyway, I thought I might as well go over it as well, because it was, all in the trailer. But anyway, as you can see, we're back to the Japanese trailer, and we got the battle GUI for the trainer battles, but you can see there's a special button highlighted. That special button is for Mega Evolution. That is correct. For those of you who didn't know, Mega Evolution is back in the Pokemon games now. And then if we just go to the next screenshot, we can see battle at full power Mega Evolution, and we have Mega Venusaur. And then if we go to the next screenshot, we have Mega Charizard Y. And then to the next screenshot, we have Mega Charizard X. And then the screenshot after that, we have Mega Blastoise. Now, my question is, because Mega Evolution has now officially made a return into Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and Mewtwo is obviously in the game, as we've seen in one of the first trailers, does that mean Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y will be in the games? But also, like how X and Y worked, which Megas will be exclusive to which version? Obviously, Mega Blastoise and Mega Venusaur you will be able to get in both versions, but how it worked in X and Y was like Mega Charizard Y was exclusive to Y, and of course Mega Charizard X was exclusive to X. The same thing with Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y. I'm wondering if they're going to do something like that, or you'll be able to get all the Mega Evolutions in whichever version of the game you pick up. But also my other question is, will we get to see Mewtwo Mega Evolve? Especially as it looks like, even though there's no normal wild Pokemon battles, it does look like we might be able to battle and catch the legendaries like we used to. So if that is correct, hopefully we will get to see Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y. And then if we move on to the next screenshot, which is yet again from the Japanese trailer, because it actually had a bit more video footage for this, but we can see the big letter R being, of course, for Team Rocket, because of course it's Kanto, it's basically a remake of Yellow, so of course Team Rocket's back. But anyway, if we go to the next screenshot, we can see one of the protagonists talking to somebody in the Pokemart, and also I believe this is the first instance we have seen the inside of the redesigned brand new fully 3D, fully HD Pokemart, because we've seen the outside of them before, but I don't think we've seen the inside of them in any game footage or any trailers. But anyway, if we go to the next screenshot, we can see the protagonist again talking to somebody in their house, and for some odd reason their table is broken. I believe this must be something to do with Team Rocket, just because these screenshots didn't just come after the screenshot of the big letter R that I've put in the video, but that's the order they went in footage wise for the actual video trailer. But anyway, if we go to the next screenshot, we can see it's in some sort of cave, possibly Mount Moon, I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, we have one of the protagonists talking to a Team Rocket grunt. Then, if we go to the next screenshot, we see the male Team Rocket grunt with Eradicate. And then if we go to the next screenshot, we have the female Team Rocket grunt, who I don't believe has actually appeared in any of the trailers yet, with a Zubat battling against Eevee. And then if we go to the next screenshot, it's none other than Jessie, James, and Meowth. The used-to-be exclusive anime characters, apart from they did make an appearance in the original Pokemon Yellow, and because Let's Go is essentially a remake slash inspired slash reimagining of Yellow. Of course, they're in the game as well, and you can also see the protagonist of the game almost off screen up at the top of the screenshot. And then if we move on to the next screenshot, we have Here Comes Team Rocket, and it's Jessie, and it's James. And I know those were terrible impressions of Jessie and James from Team Rocket, but I couldn't resist trying to do an impression of them because of them being in this trailer. But anyway, if we move on to the next screenshot, we can see we get to battle both Jessie and James at the same time, at least for this encounter. And of course, they've got their classic Pokemon from the anime slash back from Pokemon Yellow of Koffing and Ekans. Mind you, my question is, maybe like later on the game, will Ekans and Koffing, you know, evolve into their final evolutions of Arbok and Weezing? I'm not 100% sure, but that would be cool, maybe. And then if we go to the next screenshot, we can see, like, I would call it the failure animation, like when the trainer you're battling has lost. So there's Jessie's failure animation. And then we go to the next screenshot. We can see James looking pretty mad because he's just lost to the protagonist. And then if we go to the next screenshot, as you can see, Jessie, James, and Meowth, they're blasting off again. Sort of, they're just running away. But anyway, if we go to the next screenshot, we can see a picture of Pikachu, which this is probably just straight after Team Rocket has run away, and also this video footage of Pikachu came straight after Team Rocket ran away. But anyway, you can see Pikachu's got the sort of confused puzzle look on its face, of like, who were they? They weren't very competent, were they? They easily lost to us. But anyway, that was the last screenshot from the Japanese trailer, and of course I've shown all the screenshots I had from the English trailer as well. Before we outro the video, just two more things that I need to talk about that aren't related to today's video. But anyway, a couple hours ago, episode 3 of Golden Dragon Video Game News, which was all about all the new info we got from the new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct, which happened yesterday, was uploaded to the channel. That video would have been out yesterday like it was planned to be, but unfortunately, because of technical difficulties, that didn't happen, and I had to record the rest of that video today, edit it, and then upload it. And then, of course, not long after starting to upload that video, the new info for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee came out. So then I had to, of course, straight away record episode 4. And yeah, that was just something I wanted to quickly mention. So if I already haven't said it, I'll leave a link in the description to the full playlist for the Golden Dragon video game news series, and you can go and watch episode 3 if you haven't already seen it. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about just quickly, basically, recently I've been working on my latest cosplay, which is of the Pokemon Noibat. Specifically, it's an adapted cosplay because I can't stick 100% to the source material, because that would be a lot of money, a lot of sewing and gluing skills, which I don't actually have. But anyway, I ordered the wig for my Noibat cosplay, and it came recently. I tried it on, and I took a selfie, and just after I took the selfie, I realised I look a bit like James from Team Rocket, just because, like, the wig is a light purple lilac colour, but also the style of the wig, it's slightly like James from Team Rocket. So actually, right now, I'm going to put up that selfie of me wearing my lilac purple wig for my Noibat cosplay up on screen right now. So yeah, you can see it's slightly like James from Team Rocket, and in fact I may reuse the wig in the future for a cosplay of James from Team Rocket, possibly, not 100% sure, but maybe it would be you know, just a nice easy cosplay to be able to do, because I've been doing more and more complicated cosplays as I've got more experience cosplaying, because I've been cosplaying since March of 2015. But anyway, so yeah, that's just something else I wanted to mention. But now it is time to officially outro today's video. So I hope you all have enjoyed today's video. Please feel free to leave a like, favorite, share, comment. Also, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Also, there will be a link in the description to all my social media pages as usual, along with a link, like I said earlier, to the full playlist for the Golden Dragon video game news series. Now remember, until next time, stay golden, stay frosty, and bye-sies!